Thanks so much for talking with us today.
It's my pleasure.
I appreciate that. So can you tell us your name, your stage name, and explain your artistry for us, please?
All right, my name is Majur DeVeaux. I go by Majur DeVeaux. Let me redo that soundbite. Okay. So my name is Taylor DeVeaux. I go by Majur DeVeaux, also known as Major, and I am a recording artist as well as a host, interviewer, model, actress, and all the other things everybody else in LA does.
Awesome. Woman of many talents.
Thank you.
Excellent. You were born in Freeport, Bahamas,
Yeah, born in
right?
Freeport, Grand Bahama.
Okay. Say that again for me.
Freeport, Grand Bahama.
I love it. So, how did you come here to colonize United States? Did your parents bring you over here when they came? Like, did you come as an adult?
So my mom grew up in the States. She was born in the Bahamas, but she grew up in the state. And she conceived me here and then went back there to have me there. And then I just kind of went back and forth until I was like 8 years old. And so I stayed back in the States after that.
Okay.
So we kind of have roots in both.
Okay.
So it was easy.
Excellent. Did you discover your love of music from the Bahama side, from the Caribbean side, or was it more when you were here in the States? Like, tell us a little bit about that music.
You know what? Genuinely, I just met my dad actually like a couple years ago, and he's a musician. So I didn't know where it came from before, but now I see that it's just like in my DNA to love music. But my mom played a lot of music around the house, and I also grew up in the church, which
Okay.
is usually a big influence for a lot of amazing musicians and creators.
Yes.
Literally everybody.
It's pretty big. Yeah, I know I was in like multiple choirs growing up and then school. We love it. Yes.
Yes, I love a good choir still to this day.
Absolutely. So I look at your background, see that you were in the PNW. You were in the Pacific Northwest,
Yes.
Seattle.
Mm-hmm.
Do you miss it?
Mm, first of all, shout out Seattle, big up the town, you know what I'm saying? But I will say that the people in Seattle, for me, don't really vibe well with who I am as a person all the way. And the opportunities that I need to feel like I'm fulfilling my destiny are not really in Seattle. But I have a lot of friends that I grew up with that I miss
Yes.
that are there. My little sister is there and I miss her. I graduated high school. I went to Seattle High School. So I miss that. I miss the
Okay.
trees
And some of the people.
and some of the people. But there was a lot of gang violence in Seattle. Like my high school sweetheart, Steven Jackson, got murdered like right a month after I moved away back to LA, like right after high school. One of my best friends got shot in the mouth. It's just a lot of people kill themselves. Just as a lot of it's a lot of reasons for there to be a lot of amazing art created from there because of so much emotion that human beings go through there.
Okay.
So that's why you have like a lot of amazing artists, I feel like, that come out of Seattle.
One being you.
Okay.
As an amazing
I
artist.
wasn't necessarily referencing myself, but yes. Okay, yes. Great example.
Speaking of that artistry, you recorded your first song at 16 there,
in Seattle.
correct?
That's so true. Yeah, I almost forgot that.
What was the inspiration behind that?
The first record I ever recorded in Seattle was like, it was very random. Some guy and his kids were like driving down the street and he was like, "Hey, can you sing?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "We got a studio. We need somebody to sing on the hook for this song." I'm like, "Okay." But I had already been growing up singing, and me and my friends used to play fake music and like with the little keyboard, pretend to be Beyonce and Destiny's Child and everything. But this was like, this is my chance, I get to record a real song in a real studio, not at the community center. So I went. He wasn't a sex trafficker, thank God. But I recorded that record, and the song was like about the seasons and love and comparing love to the seasons. Summertime, springtime, wintertime. I think I'm falling for you, baby. That was the song.
Okay.
That was the chorus. And we recorded it at Seattle Center the next day in front of a whole group of people. So not only did I just do the first recording, but then I performed the song on stage in front of a bunch of people at Seattle Center, right where the Space Needle is. And yeah, that was an interesting experience. So yes, Seattle has a lot to do with my musical journey. I kind of forgot that.
I love that. Did you want to do more after that? Did it kind of spark, or was like, no, that was just a one-time deal. Let me go back to high school. Let me keep doing what I'm doing.
No, I kept continuing to do music
Right?
after that. Yeah, because I've been writing poetry since I was like 9 years old. So I started off doing poetry first before I ever wrote a song or a rap or anything like that.
Who are your musical influences?
Definitely Lauryn Hill, Jill Scott, Floetry.
Love
I grew up
Floetry.
listening to that type of stuff. Anita Baker, like really feel good music,
Yes.
soul music, you know?
Yes.
I just like things that make my soul feel good.
If we talk about your sound that makes your soul feel good, how would you describe your sound?
You know what? I definitely describe my sound as feel good music as well. I don't think I fit into a specific box as an artist. I'm very versatile because I just like to create depending on what I have going on at that time of my life. I just might want to do one genre or a different genre. So overall, I just want it to be something that makes you feel good and people can relate to, but also something that has some sort of a positive message in it all. I try to leave people with something uplifting more than something that's going to bring them down.
Okay.
High vibrational music.
Okay. I like that. Do you feel like you're more of a storyteller, or do you feel like you're trying to teach people with your music?
Um,
Like, this is a lesson I went through, don't do this. Or do you feel like, hey, I just want to tell a story about myself?
Definitely both. I think there's a time and a place for both to be
Okay.
appropriate as an artist. There's time to say I did this, don't do it, and then it's time to just live in the moment without it being something where you're trying to teach somebody something, because sometimes it's more relatable.
Okay. I told you a little bit earlier, I love your EP.
Thank
It was
you.
great. I
Thank you.
mean, really great music.
Thank you.
And I think I love most about it is that it just seems so honest. So the second and third track, I was listening at it. I even wrote the name down. IFU and Ugliest Mistake. It seemed like it was about the same situation, just spoken in different lenses. Tell me about it.
That's funny you caught on to that. So I put those I put those two tracks next to each other on purpose because that kind of
Yes.
was the thing. It's like at the beginning, it's like, okay, you were showing me the signs,
Uh-huh.
and I just was just so oblivious, drinking my Hennessy, and just got my head all messed up. I saw the signs, and then at the end of it all, I kind of felt stupid. And it was like, dang, I really made a mistake. So I had to live in that. But it's more about being self aware.
Mm,
That whole project is about self awareness.
yes.
And my favorite song on the project is Still Try,
Okay.
which was actually written by a really good friend of mine, Chiara, who is out of Atlanta. And I was going through a tough time in life. And she knew, and she's a songwriter. She writes for everybody. She writes for, I won't even name drop, but she's up there.
Okay.
But she wrote the song for me. I gave her the context, like, write it about this. And I don't usually have people write for me all the time, but here and there I do work with other writers. And this was one of those times where I said, all right, friend, write me a song. I paid her for like 3 song pack, and she sent me the song back. And when she sent me that song back, I cried because it was like
Mm,
so on point with like how I really felt at that time of my life and what I was going through as a artist, as a mother, just as a human being. So that song, Still Try, is like, I still feel that way today. Like, you gonna cry,
yes.
but you just still try. Like, just continue to keep trying. If you have to cry through whatever you're going through in life, that's okay.
Is that why you titled it
Still
the
try.
EP Still
Mm-hmm.
Try?
Mm-hmm.
You still try. Is that kind of like a anthem as well? Because when you released your EP, you wasn't 16 anymore. You had went through a lot of life.
Mm-hmm.
What made you pick it back up?
You know what? I had a situation where I was getting a phone call. I had a situation where I had like a stroke scenario that happened to me in like 2019, pre-COVID. I was very stressed out. I was working for a specific celebrity. as a nail technician, and I don't know, I just got overwhelmed. And I think as a person in the service industry, sometimes we consume a lot of energy and we don't fully expel that. And so I think I was just consuming so much and not really like blowing up on anything. And I was just internalizing all the things that were happening around me until it made me sick. So it started with like a migraine. And then it went on to like me not being able to walk or talk,
Oh,
or
wow.
I was throwing up. So like the whole 4th of July, I was in the bed for like days with the cover over me. I was falling in the shower, like different things were happening. And as these things were happening, eventually I went to the hospital the first time. They sent me back home. I had to go to the hospital the second time. The second time, like half of my face was like kind of a little bit droopy, and I was talking kind of like mush mouth.
Mm-hmm.
So that specific scenario, so like I was recording music up until the time I started having kids. When I had a child, I went to school for nails, and I started to get like a career to fall back on. And after that, I went back to music when this situation happened, because I literally could not sing or talk correctly, because I was teaching classes as a educator in the nail industry, different colleges all over, beauty colleges all over LA, and teaching them how to do gel. I was live streaming. I was making like extra $4,000 a month live streaming just on my phone, just doing regular talking to people, singing, whatever. And I was not able to talk or sing at all. I had no vocal control. Like, I mean, it was embarrassing, because a lot of times when I was talking, people didn't understand me. So I would get kind of frustrated within myself, because in my mind, I'm saying it correctly, but I couldn't get my body to say it correctly. And because of that, when I finally did start coming back to like finding my voice and everything again, I started to take music seriously, and I decided to like really go full throttle with it. And yeah, that's the reason why I started back doing music, because of that situation. I felt like God was telling me, like, you sleeping on your gifts,
Yeah.
and you might not blow up as an artist necessarily, but all the other things that you do will all tie in together. Just do what I gave you the power to do, and don't sleep on it. I just fell into like a single mom or even housewife role,
Mm-hmm.
and just got comfortable just being a mom and a nail tech and just being regular. And so ever since that, I just won't be regular anymore.
Your voice is like a testimony.
Thank you. It is.
I the first thing I think about was one time I stopped running, and I literally said, I'm okay. I don't need to really run so much. And then I got to a point where I couldn't, because I wasn't really utilizing it. I kind of gained some weight as well, and it took some strength for me to realize that you're never going to be able to be at your best self until you take back something that I felt like was taken from me. So I started back. I got my diet right. I got back out on that field, and I feel like I got a little bit of myself back, because I was taking for granted my ability to move swiftly. And I felt like now I run more as a testimony. So I can kind of relate a little bit to like now using your voice as a testimony, not just to tell your story, but also to help others. And I think you talk to people quite often. I hear now that you are Miss Bahamas, USA. Explain this title to me, because now it's giving you another platform, not just for your vocals, but for the world to express how, excuse me, to empower women, and so many positive things that you can do with this new platform. Can you tell me
Yes.
about it?
So I am competing in my first ever beauty pageant. The pageant is the Miss Caribbean LA.
Miss Caribbean LA. Thank
Yes, it's
you.
May 31st. It'll be held at the Beehive in LA. And I am representing the country of the Bahamas. And I love that for myself. We have 8 other countries that are being represented. There's Jamaica, St. Lucia, Puerto Rico, and a few more. And this journey with them has been so life-changing. It's built us a sisterhood of women that just really support each other. We've done a lot of community outreach events. Like a few weeks ago, last week we went to the food bank, the LA Food Bank, and donated time to help get the expired food out. The week before that, we volunteered to help like over 150 girls get prom dresses and shoes, and help them basically style them for prom. Brand new dresses donated by the city. LAUSD took care of it. It was just a beautiful event. So that has been giving me a new platform, like you said, to be able to do more for others, because that's really what I want to spend more time, is doing more for others, and shedding light on Domestic violence awareness, actually.
What's the name of this organization again?
The organization that we're doing the events with is just the Miss Caribbean LA Beauty Pageant. Miss Caribbean LA. But I don't have an organization yet specifically for, I have a company, Major Moves Entertainment LLC, but I don't have a company specifically for that, which I'm working on.
Okay.
Because I do want to do more to shed light on domestic violence.
Excellent. You're a creative. You do so many things. You're not just a nail tech. You're not just a musician. You're not just an advocate. You do all of it. Do you feel like as a creative, we go from one project to the next because we have like this built up art and we have to express it on as many platforms as possible?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you feel like you are dying to do next?
Farming.
Why not?
Farming.
What type of farming? We talking about cattle? We talking about fruit, vegetables?
I got 9 chickens right now. Literally. Okay. I'll bring one in here right now. On the camera.
Chickens.
Yeah.
How many chickens?
9. They're babies. They're little chicks.
So the price of eggs is not one of your concerns.
Not at all. No, you know what? My sister, my late sister, rest in peace, who was taken from us last year, who was also a victim of domestic violence, might I add, which gives me a more of a passion to want to push that platform. But she was a farmer, okay? She liked to farm. She had goats, chickens, pigs, all the different animals. And one day she asked me to watch her chickens, and I was like, no, girl, what are you doing with 12 chickens in your car? That is weird. And what am I going to do with them chickens? I can't bring them chickens in my house. My man is not going to let me bring them chickens in the house.
Watch my chickens for me.
and now I got chickens, little baby chickens, because now she's not here. So it's like, it's like my little connection to her.
Nice.
You know?
Nice.
But also I'm going to keep one, but I'm going to donate the rest of this to my kid's school farm. So I'm not going to keep all 9 chickens. Okay. But I do enjoy the process of like raising them, but that's even more of the creativeness when you get back to creation, creating food, creating life, you know, watching life create itself.
Yes.
Planning food that you can now consume. It's the more fulfilling than anything you can do, I think, as a human being, is to be able to sustain yourself, be sustainable,
and to create life.
Right?
I totally agree with you.
So that's my next thing.
Okay.
Like that's my 5-year goal.
Yes.
Is to have a yard. My 10-year goal is to be a dentist and have a house.
And with
a farm.
I love it. Come through with it. Why limit yourself? Why stop?
Live life.
You know, and we're talking about next thing. You have some performances that are coming up next. You got Leimert Park. You got one of our favorite places, the Mint, that's coming up. Tell us about these performances.
You know what's so crazy is I was hoping, I looked at that question on there. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to say because my manager put it together. We ain't talking about it yet. But I can tell you one thing, it's going to be amazing. Whatever I'm going to be doing.
So the question, I didn't even ask it, but since you pointed, I was going to ask you about your sets. Is it going to be the same type of set? Like, do you have a solid set for those performances, or do you kind of change it depending on the audiences? You know, just a little blinking. You know, we got a
solid set for the lights.
A little blinking every now and again.
Little razzle dazzle.
Yes.
Okay, so
spotlight.
For me, I literally switch it up every single time. Every time I'm doing a different song based off the crowd.
Okay.
So because I have pop music, I have rap, I have ballads. You know, I could go up there, and I host karaoke. So I'm a host, and like I said, like interview and stuff like that. Yeah. So I can sing a song that's not even my song if I feel like I don't have a song that's appropriate for that crowd. I'll do a cover or something. You know. So it's just kind of like a good DJ is gonna know what to play where he at. And when you have enough music to decide, you can just, pick a good one. So like the other day, a few days ago, I had 2 performances in one night. The first one was a rap show. I walked in and there's no other women there. It was just me and like one stud. And it's just me and all men. And it's like a studio vibe, real intimate. Everybody's on the couch sitting down. And I just walked in like, oh, okay, so I'm going to have to hold it down for the ladies in here tonight.
Yeah.
And then I just literally did the one rap song that I know that I could rap all the way through, and it's going to hit every single one. And they're going to be like,
What's
oh,
that?
my God, 24 bars.
Okay.
So when I do that song, they going to respect me. In 24 bars, I don't have to do nothing else. I just do that one song and be like, all right, thank you. They're like, oh, my gosh, what's your Instagram? Oh, you're so hard. And I just come and then leave. So that's that. I'm not gonna linger around, but if it's like a R&B type of vibe, I'm gonna hang out longer, probably get a drink, talk to people,
Okay.
do more calm songs or chill singy songs.
Okay. So if you're gonna say what's your go-to rap, what's your go-to R&B?
If my voice is gone, I'm gonna probably go to rap anyway, because I won't be able to sing the song good.
Okay. What if you got your vocals?
If I got my vocals, I'm gonna go to, what's my go-to song? Probably IFU.
Okay.
Because IFU and On the Way Up, which is another record that I have that's more like Caribbean pop. Because IFU, I usually get the crowd participation beforehand. I tell them, okay, this is how the song goes. And then they sing it with me by the time I get to the chorus. And then I usually stop the second chorus and then have them sing it. So they remember that song. Out of all of them, I can't have the crowd sing Ugliest Mistake, but they can sing
They can feel it.
Yeah, they can feel it. They don't got to sing to know it, but they remember that song, and then they ask me to perform it again when I see them again. So it's like that song right there is going to be my go-to. Then rapping is always going to be 24 bars every time.
Okay. I like the fact that you're building signature songs. That's what we want.
Thank
you.
you.
We want an audience to be able to remember what they just saw. Not that they had a good time, but what did you see though? Oh yeah, those are the marks of a superstar in the making right there.
Thank you.
I love it.
I got way better songs I'd love to be performing. But when you be in the industry so long, you understand that being horny to hurry up and put your music out can be kind of detrimental, because you have to actually ride that record that you put out and push it long enough for people to actually get to know it, because people forget stuff like that.
Yeah.
So if you just keep dropping, that could be good if you're consistent with that. That might work well for you. But if you're not consistently dropping, it's almost like counterproductive, because nobody remembers any of those songs. They didn't forgot the first song. You dropping new songs already. So I don't want to perform those songs anymore. I'm tired of them records. But because it's a business and you have to have strategy, I realized that sometimes I'm going to have to do a song that I don't want to do because this is the song that the crowd is going to like right now.
Right, because we may be in that place where you have now healed and moved on, but like they
never heard the song before. Yeah, right. It's new to them.
Yeah. I often think about that. Like, I know that song, Mary, I know you're saying you just want to be happy, and you're happy now, but now it's my anthem. I just want to be happy, so I'm playing it. I get that. Yeah. So to all those young girls who's looking up to you now, they've seen how you have went through life. You've been able to make it better for yourself. Come back to your voice, figuratively and physically. What advice would you give to them as they're moving through their musical journey?
Okay, I would say in your musical journey, first of all, pray. The first thing is pray. You have to have some type of relationship with a higher power. I'm not saying it's bad to be an atheist, but you have to have a very strong mindset. And without some type of God somewhere in this industry, it's going to be very hard to carry the burden of what really comes with this industry. If you don't have something to fall back on, if you don't have something to lay your burdens on, it can be very consuming spiritually. So I would say protect your spirit, pray, and definitely don't think that every opportunity is the best opportunity. They say, oh, opportunity knocks. There's a lot of men that try to persuade women in this industry with opportunity. And the thing about it is, you get the opportunity first, and then you think about what they offering. Don't give them what they asking for first for the opportunity for something that you haven't even seen play out yet. So that's the main thing, is learn how to read paperwork. We got ChatGPT, we got YouTube. Yeah. Read your paperwork, have somebody else look over your paperwork. And before I go, the last thing that I would say is this one thing real quick. That's one thing. Okay. It's called recognize, and this is about recognizing domestic violence. So R, recognize the patterns of controlling behavior. E, evaluate your emotional well-being. C, check for signs of isolation from friends and family. This is for the industry as well, not just for relationships. This is for the industry, the music industry, the entertainment industry as a whole. Oh, observe frequent humiliation or belittling, especially in this industry. G, gauge your fear or anxiety levels around your partner or business partner, person that you're working with, your mentor. If you feel uncomfortable in a situation, you need to notice those things and note those things, because when we ignore these things, this is how we fall into patterns of domestic violence. And this is how we become victims in situations. N is notice physical injuries or unexplained bruises. I, identify patterns of jealousy or possessiveness. And my last two is Z, zero tolerance for threats or humiliation. Is E, empower yourself to seek help and support. Empower yourself, or tell somebody that you need to empower you. That's what I have to say to the ladies that are listening to this, that may never listen to this in a few years, whenever this will be stamped somewhere forever. This is what I have to say.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate your time, and thank you.